bottle of red, a bottle of white. It all depends upon your appetite. Billy Joel knew the difference, but do you? Because it's not just taste or color, it's structure, it's texture. It's what you actually want out of a glass of wine. Some bottles are made to age for years and pair with a ribeye. Others are built to be crisp, clean, and ready to drink tonight. And the reason they behave so differently has everything to do with how the grapes are handled before the wine even starts to ferment. So once you understand that every part of wine, flavor, price, food pairings, it starts making way more sense. And later in the video, we're going to look at a few wine club models that take these differences seriously so you can figure out which one actually fits your style of drinking. So what separates red and white isn't just what color grapes get picked, it's how that grape is handled once it's crushed. Red wines keep the skins in during fermentation. That's where all of the color, the tannins, and texture live. The longer they stay in, the more grip and depth you get in a glass. It's why red wines can feel bold, dry, and built to age. You taste it in that little pull on your gums, that slow finish that doesn't let go right away. White wines go the opposite route. The skins are taken out before fermentation even starts. No contact, no tannins, no dark pigment. What you get instead is freshness, lighter body, clean acidity, and the kind of wine that works cold out of the fridge and disappears fast on a hot day. Temperature is a big piece of this too. Red wines ferment warm to pull out richness and body. That means bigger flavors, but fewer delicate aromas. White wines ferment cool and slow, locking in all the fruit, the florals, and that lifted aromatic profile that you notice right away. It's why a red can feel grounded and savory while a white hits with brightness and energy. Now, the way a wine feels in your mouth, how it moves, how long it lingers, that all comes down to structure. Red wines get theirs from tannins. They're what give you that drying, slightly grippy sensation. The more skin contact during fermentation, the more tannin you get. And that translates to more body, more bitterness, and a better shot at long-term aging. You can open a bold red 5 or 10 years later, and it still holds its shape. White wines don't have that same grip because they don't ferment on the skins. Instead, they lean on acidity, and that gives you an entirely different feel, faster, brighter, more refreshing. It's the difference between a wine that stretches out and a wine that snaps clean. Some whites are soft and buttery. Others come at you sharp like citrus or green apple. But in all cases, it's the acid doing the heavy lifting. Now, that structural split, tannin versus acidity, also shapes what you should pair it with, right? Reds need fat to smooth out the edges. That's why they're best with steaks, burgers, anything with richness. Whites cut through salt, oil, or spice, so they're better with seafood, citrus, or sharp cheeses. Now, on the health side, yes, red wines do contain more antioxidants, mainly because of the skin contact. Resveratrol gets most of the attention, and red wines have about 10 times more than whites, but the actual amount in a glass, it's tiny, around 0.2 milligrams. That's about 5,000 times less than the clinical doses you see in research, so it's fine to enjoy, but it's not a supplement. Now, once you've got a feel for what kind of wine actually fits your palate, the next question is where to actually buy wine that hits like that. Grocery store shelves are usually a mess of labels and markups, and restaurant wines lists aren't priced for casual drinking. That's why so many people are moving towards wine clubs, but not all of them work the same way. So here's how the best 3 break down depending on what kind of wine you're into. Naked wines is for people who actually care who makes their wine. Not just the grape or the region, but the person behind the bottle. When you join, you become what they call an angel. It's not a membership fee. It's $40 a month that goes into your own account, and you use it later when you order. But that money also acts as upfront funding for small winemakers who'd rather focus on the wine than pitch to retailers. And in practice, it does work. You're skipping everything that drives up prices. Expect anywhere from 40 to 60% off what you would pay elsewhere. Once your cart hits $200, shipping is free, and the selection is massive. Over 270 reds, more than 100 whites. You can filter that down based on how the wines actually taste, not just labels or variety. If you like the idea of backing independent producers and getting better wine for less, this is the model for you. Now, Splash is for people who want value first and foremost. There's no monthly fee, no subscription. You just order when you're ready. Every shipment is a full case with a 15 bottle minimum. That might sound like a lot, but it's exactly what allows them to offer lower prices and free shipping for premium members. You can build your own case or choose from pre-picked options. And if a bottle doesn't work for you, they'll credit it back, no questions asked. The pricing is direct and transparent. There's no retail style markup, and you're not paying extra for branding or presentation. What you see is what you get. It's designed for buyers who know they'll go through the wine. So if you're looking to stock your cellar, split a shipment with friends, or just make sure you always have a few bottles on hand without overspending, Splash makes that easy. Then Wine Access is for people who want to drink better wine without risking hating it every time they open a bottle. Everything they sell has already been tasted and approved by a team of professionals who know exactly what to look for, and they're selective. If a wine doesn't stand out, it doesn't make the cut. That's what makes this different from most clubs or stores. It's not just a list of options, it's a short list of what's actually worth your money. Their Discovery Club sends 6 bottles every quarter, about $150 per box, and you can choose red, white, or a mix. Every box comes with detailed tasting notes that explain what you're drinking and why it was chosen. And the bottles themselves, these aren't in grocery stores. They're small batch, limited runs, often from producers you wouldn't find unless you knew where to look. And if you want high-end wine without guesswork, this is where to start. So at this point, it really comes down to what kind of wine buyer you are. Naked gives you that feeling of backing real winemakers while getting better prices than you'd find at retail. Splash is about keeping your wine rack full without spending more than you have to. And Wine Access is for when you want something rare, high quality, and already vetted by people who know what they're doing. Once you know what you're looking for, it's easy to see which one fits best. Now, if any of these sound right for you and how you like your wine, you can use the affiliate links down below. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and we might earn a small commission, which helps out the channel. And sometimes we do have special deals that you wouldn't get if you went directly through their websites. Also, if you are interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description below. If you have any more questions or just want to show off a nice bottle you're drinking, drop them down in the comments. I always like hearing from you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.